Hello, I'm here. I'm here now. Hi. Welcome to stream. It took a little bit to start because I was still preparing stuff, but yeah. I got my notes here. Got the video back up. I'm sorry for like back to back to back streams of just Union Cross stuff. I just am so close to finally understanding the plot of this really long game. There's like a whole, let's see, how long is this segment? Like a whole hour long segment on just the Candy Kingdom that I don't even know if it's plot related. So I don't know, we'll find out. Maybe we'll finish today. Maybe it'll take longer than it needs to be. Who knows? But we ended off in a very cliffhangery spot because we made it to Wreck-It Ralph World. And basically from here to about, so we're at 4 hours and 30 minutes and it ends at 6 hours. So we have 2 hours of nothing but Wreck-It Ralph World to get through, and a whole hour of it is this that, again, I don't even know if it's just the plot of the movie or if there's actually important stuff happening here. So a lot of it, you're spending a lot of time with Ralph and some of the Disney characters, so I don't know, maybe we'll see. Yeah, let's see, where did we leave off? Right. Beach episode. That's right. Right, we learned stuff about Maleficent. There was a beach episode. They have fun with their ice cream. Oh yeah, everyone has like a whole reuniting, like, you know, last chapter moment of like, hey, all the Disney characters are happy. Woohoo, yay. Emergency meeting, Among Us joke, Switch Pride. Happy Switch Pride, everyone. That means people can fight each other with keyblades, and that's a bad thing because we literally, the old masters were like, hey, this whole union thing sucks. Let's do a new union and not repeat the mistakes of the past. But also the new union has to do everything the old union did because it's in the rule book. I don't get that, but that's fine. Let's see. Lorium shows up. He's looking for a sister. We figured out it's Strelitzia. And he meets someone named Elrena. Oh yeah, their cheer thieves were hanging out and are better friends than the real people. They're, you know, they're looking for Strelitzia. There was a whole thing where he was looking for Strelitzia. Ray might have some clues. Oh yeah, the world starts glitching, and they're like, "Why is the world glitching?" Because we need a interesting way to introduce Wreck-It Ralph World. So now we're in Wreck-It Ralph World. And we're gonna find out what happens next in this grand adventure. So yeah, right now I think it's just plot stuff. I don't know what Nice Land is, but yeah, let's find out. Oh, that's loud. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. We're going to Fix-It Felix World. Oh. Oh my goodness. Darkness is going everywhere. We need to find out what's causing the glitches and why the Darklings are here. Let's split up, gang. I'll take the Darklings. Damien, you investigate the basement. All right, we're doing it. We're doing the thing. Niceland. Okay, I guess Niceland is just the name of the world that Fix-It Felix takes part in. Is that what I'm seeing here? Okay, I'm gonna also turn this down just a little bit. Sorry about that. Ah, drat, we lost him. Is this, yeah, so we meet Fix-It Felix. Because all the plot is so far is, we need to stop the Darklings. Yeah, we meet Fix-It Felix. Fireworks, yay, isn't that neat? They're having a party. Here, I'm gonna just do us both a favor. Just speed it up here. Probably getting a root beer. Are they talking about Ralph and how he feels like he isn't invited because he's the bad guy? And it's the plot of Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, we gotta find Ralph. Okay, Cybug Sector. Yeah? This doesn't look anything like we were before. It's like a whole other world. I don't see Ralph anyway. Is this like the Call of Duty looking game? Game over. Insert coins to continue. Oh, they're all going back. We're defeating the bugs. Yeah, hero's duty. Right, yeah, this is the badass, like, girl character. Oh, hey, and it's Ralph. Pussy Willows, what? Is that what? Huh? Did they call them that in the movie? I don't remember that. Also, what was her name? I forget. Oh no, bugs. Oh no, recoded bugs. That's where Ralph's headed, because he feels like he has to redeem himself. And you know. Do all that. Okay, so far this is just the plot of the movie. Talking to the Ephemer. Might be a link between the back eye, Ralph, and the glitches. Damien, you keep looking at the glitches. I'll head back and inform others about the Darklings. Task you with this because I trust you and I know you'll be fine on your own. You were apart, our hearts are always connected. Yeah. I don't know why it took me this long to realize, but the player character in this game is wearing the exact same clothes as Ephemer is. Huh. Well, alright then. Alright, oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the important part. This is what I need to know. So I'll just write, Wreck-It Ralph World, more specifically Game Central Station. The player as well as Ephemer screw up the plot of the first half of Wreck-It Ralph World up to the part where they go to the Hero's Duty game. Alright, now we have a flashback to 5 years ago in the main control room with, I'm assuming that's the Master of Masters. So is that how I've been spelling Ephemer? I don't know. 5 years ago. Assuming that's the Master of Masters. I can turn this up now. Oh, and Lushu, because they're both wearing the hoods. I was a young boy when... Huh? What? Even I was a kid once. Right, of course. Okay. Anyways, I was a young boy when the Keyblade War began. What? There was a Keyblade War back then too? Yep, that's right. Did you have a master of your own? Nope. Who was fighting who? Who do you think? Light and darkness. Light? There were wielders besides you? There were, but they don't really count. Alright, I guess that's important. He talks about being a part of a Keyblade War when he was young. Everyone's astonished. Well, I guess Lushu with the Master of Masters and Lushu. And I suppose when I say he, I'm talking about the Master of Masters talks about being a part of the Keyblade War when he was young. Lushu is stunned by this. I mean, I don't really need to write that. Being a part of a Keyblade War when he was young. When, or I guess where light and darkness also fought. Okay, that's good. Let's keep going. And the darkness, where there are monsters like there are now. Okay, no more questions until I finish my story. Right, sorry. To answer your question, if I had to call them something, monsters would be pretty accurate, but they looked like us. Oh, so they were human. I didn't say that. Anyway, the Keyblade War dates back to when darkness took that form, and it's still waging as we speak. It's still going on? Well, yes, the battle with darkness never stopped. The Keyblade War isn't about to begin. In fact, it might finally come to an end. Darkness is constantly changing shape. It can hide among humans. That's the reason the war was never able to end. The coming battle will end the world. Everything will be destroyed. The wielders sent outside will gather light from the now scattered worlds. And with that light, the world will be rebuilt. The world will end and be rebuilt? That's right. You can't erase what lives on in the hearts of children, worlds and their stories, and most of all, light. Of course, you can't erase the darkness either, but you could call a truce. I could go for a nice long break right about now. Maybe I'll kick back for a while. What? You're going to sit back and leave the fate of the world in other people's hands? Why not? That's why I'm having Ava round up the best of the best. They'll start at Cross, become Unchained, and full... oh boy. I hate how he phrases this. Okay. They'll start at Key, become Unchained, and fulfill their duty through Union Cross. The reason why this makes me upset is because it's just so on the nose of just like, hey, this is the order of the games, you get it? You get it? It's Key, and then Unchained Key, and then Union Cross. Those wielders will be the cornerstones of the new world. Cornerstones? So, nothing new is being presented here, right? It's just, he talks about how the world, I guess, alright, let me think this through here. When Light and the Darkness also fought, as far as fought, he thinks that this might now be the end of the war, and how the worlds are going to be destroyed and rebuilt, and how that's why he had Ava gather people to create the dandelions. As long as, I'll just put it like this because that's how he put it, as long as the hearts of children are filled with light, it can never be defeated. He also talks about how darkness in the same way can never be defeated because it hides in people, I guess. That's my assumption of what's going on here. But they could come home once they're done, right? Well, maybe not all of them. My God, you're so corrupt. Oh, okay. Had to take a bathroom break. You know what? That's gonna be funny to include in my presentation. Lushu then leaves to take a bathroom break and comes back. He sure is pondering. We can't get rid of the darkness in this world, so we're ending it to escape into another one. We can't win against the darkness, can we? Oh, we talked about this. You don't sound too happy about that. Oh, of course not. As Keyblade wielders, we're supposed to fight against the darkness. but we're just giving up and running away. It sounds bad when you put it like that. There's no other way to put it. And we're going to have to keep running wherever we go. Oh, Lushu. I took you under my wing and taught you everything you know, which is apparently nothing. What's that supposed to mean? You think too much. You think and think until you come to some convoluted conclusion. Then you get all worked up thinking that that must be the answer. And if you don't understand something, you get all worked up concluding that there is no answer. But the answer will come in time. So I should just wait and see what happens? As long as you keep moving forward, you'll wind up somewhere. What is it now? Well, I don't like the idea of waiting around for something to happen. Do you want to go through life knowing what's coming? That's not... There's a way to win against the darkness. Huh? But it isn't easy. It takes time and careful planning. So much that you couldn't do it in one lifetime or even two. That's why we need to leave this world and bring it to an end, to abandon the notion of time and what separates our worlds. Also, we can defeat the darkness. Oh my... Teleporting around everywhere? Okay. I guess that's important. Lushu is upset by the fact that the Master of Masters' plan to defeat the darkness involves waiting for it to destroy the world they are in and running away to a new one. The Master of... I know I could abbreviate this, but at this point I've gotten so far into not abbreviating it, and also I don't want to just keep writing mom over and over. So I'm just gonna write it out. The Master of Masters, running away to a new one, says that he knows a way to defeat the darkness, but can't be done in one or even two lifetimes. I guess I'll just leave it at that. But it can't be done in one or even two lifetimes. Okay, let's just keep going. Have you ever spoken with darkness? Sure have. What was it like? Oh, this music's intense. Well, it wasn't much of a conversation. Didn't feel like I was getting through to it, and vice versa. Imagine trying to talk to someone with a very unconventional thought process. Huh, like you. What? That's exactly what I mean. What is with this piano? What the heck is going on? You know, Lucius, some people actually respect their seniors. Maybe that's a novel concept to someone as cold-hearted as you. Whoa. In fact, I'd say you have more in common with darkness than I do. Anyway, darkness can at least understand what we're saying, right? Well, of course. They've been watching us for long enough. Really? Are they watching now? Oh, possibly. Oh, kidding. Oh, of course they're not here. They wouldn't come near us without good reason. I get this piano. What the heck? It's kind of funny. Anyway, what about Ava's wielders, the dandelions? What if they come face to face with darkness? They're tasked with the great duty of rebuilding our world. If anything happens to them... Look, anyone who faces darkness is gonna have a bad time. You can't predict what they're gonna do or say. And they're really good at playing mind games. So the dandelions are in danger. Maybe so. But if there's one thing darkness has an aversion to, it's those who are pure of heart. Their thoughts and emotions are completely foreign and utterly baffling. The same goes for all people. While darkness may recognize what we're up to, they can't comprehend our reasons. All they know is that we're the enemy. They'll never understand us, just like we'll never understand them. And that's why we'll always be at odds. What's their endgame? Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. Then why are we fighting it? Okay, he talks about how the darkness is unpredictable and can strike at any moment. He says that, or I guess I should say, he also says that the darkness has no way of knowing what the people's reasons are, and vice versa. Right? Is that what's happening here? God. The conversations between the Master of Masters and Luxu are so, like, overly mysterious and vague that it's so hard to, like, even when you're watching the original source material, it's just so hard to understand them. And it's like, I understand if that's the point, but all it's making it do is making it more frustrating to even understand what's going on. Like, as a viewer, Mushu the dragon from Mulan. Hi, Wiljo. I'm ranting about, because I don't know if you saw, but we just had a conversation between the Master of Masters and Luxu, and it's just so needlessly vague and condescending that it's like, if it's trying to mislead its viewers, like, that's fine, but like, it's like, it's not even satisfying when it pays off, because I'm like, what even happened? It's just so confusing. They talked about their plans to fight the darkness, and how Ava and the dandelions are going to be like the key to rebuild the new world, because they're basically like, they're letting the darkness destroy the current world so that they can run away and form a new plan in the new world, I think is what's happening. Maybe, I don't know. So far, all the Wreck-It Ralph stuff has just been the plot of the movie. It hasn't been anything that revealing yet. Oh yeah, and the lady called her minions Pussy Willows. Anyway, let's keep going, because I think we're going back into. Wait, no, we're not. We're doing important stuff. Still more important stuff. I'm really worried about the dandelions. Was Sonic there? Sonic, unfortunately, was not there. But don't worry, I'm going to include Sonic in my presentation, because it'll be very funny. You know what? I'm actually going to make a note of that. They've now ended up in Wreck-It Ralph World, and Sonic shows up. Smile. There we go. Sonic shows up. Smile. Alright. The book tells of a future with light. Is Sonic a pussy will? I mean, listen, that's up to you. There's proof they'll be fine. Are you sure? Well, it's a pretty long read, so I skipped over the details of each individual person's fate. Even though our future depends on them? You're not gonna let this go, are you? Tell you what. Also, the piano in this song goes absolutely crazy. Like what even is this? It's just slamming on the keys, like it doesn't even matter. Okay, what did he say there? I missed it. It's your role to keep watch, so watch over them while you're at it. But nothing more than that. Don't go getting your hands dirty. He's just reminding Luxu that his role is to just watch. He also reminds Luxu that his role is to just watch over everyone and not to get involved in anything. Alright, meanwhile, the actual important people that we actually like. Gang's all here. How's it going? Perfect timing, says Brain. Ephemer just got back. I was about to ask Ven to go get you two. Tell me to distract you so you don't notice the bad story. That's exactly what's happening. Scold fill me in on the situation. Find out what's causing the glitches? Sort of. You see, before the Keyblade War, Daybreak Town was recreated as Data along with all the other worlds. Right, we know this. That's why even though the worlds were destroyed, they're still connected to Daybreak Town. And we're still able to visit them. Or at least their data copies. It's precisely because they're data that a connection from the real world is possible. But now, a new world has aggressively forged a connection with this one. My friend and I followed the Darklings there and did some investigating. It looks like that's where the creatures that have been popping up in our world are coming from. Do you think the Darklings guided them here? Most likely, but I can't imagine why. You know, we saw a glitch that looked like Master Ava here in the tower. These glitches, they're showing up in town too. I saw one of Strelitzia. Your sister? Yeah, I came here because I thought you might be able to make some sense of it. According to Ephemer, the residents of the newly connected world are aware that they live in a data world. That got me... Wait, so they're... Real quick. The residents of the newly connected world are aware that they live in the newly connected world. Does that mean Wreck-It Ralph world? They all know that they're data? Nerd emoji. I thought Darklings got replaced by Heartless. They're kind of both around. I think the Darklings, as far as I know, and I could be wrong, the Darklings come from whatever that Dark Chirithy is, who I think is still around? I don't know, we haven't seen it in a while. I think the last we saw of that Dark Chirithy was before the war. So I'm still not 100% sure. Also, there's Heartless, and also there have been recoded bugs as well. I don't know. Yeah, so the residents of Wreck-It Ralph world are aware that they live in a data world. That got me thinking. I wonder if that has something to do with the fact that they know that they're like video game characters or something. I don't know. We know that the monsters from the new world can infiltrate our world. Ven and Skuld saw a glitch of Master Ava and Larium of his sister. We were so sure in the real Daybreak Town. But all signs point to this being a data world too. So they don't know that they're in a data world. Maybe he died in World War Zero. Maybe. We were so sure we were in the real Daybreak Town, but all signs point to this being in a data world too. So they're like just realizing that, I think. Meanwhile, back in the present, all the union leaders get together and Brain explains that we all thought that they have been in the real Daybreak Town the entire time, But now signs are pointing to the fact that Daybreak Town might be a data world. I spelled data wrong as well. Alright, let's keep going. We can do this. The real Daybreak Town still exists, right? What? Please say Daybreak Town hasn't disappeared. We have no way of knowing right now. I'm fairly confident we're in the real world, until all this broke out at least. I was so happy a half second ago when I forgot Brain existed, yeah. So we're stuck here? We thought we had gone back, but turns out we didn't. Which means we can't go back the usual way. But if you give me a bit more time, I might be able to figure something out. Why is this happening? If I had to guess, there's someone behind all this. That's the only thing that makes sense. I don't know why. But this data world was probably made to be cut off from the real world from the start. There might not even be a reason for it, aside from being a means to some other end. We escaped the war only to find ourselves trapped in a cage. Irony at its best. It couldn't have been Master Ava. She gathered us together so she could keep the light alive. She wouldn't trick us like this. At this point, we can't be sure of anything. We don't know if Master Ava knew about any of this, or who's responsible for the program. In any case, like I said before, I'm going to become a virus and overwrite it. I forgot about that. King Candy, maybe? Yeah, maybe it's all the doing of King Candy. Where are you going? Downstairs. Do you have a plan? Not yet. Good for you, Brain. Good for you. Okay, so... They all wonder if there is a way to get back to the real Daybreak Town. But Brain says that they need, or I suppose I should say that he needs a bit more time. He reminds everyone that he is going to be a virus and overwrite the future, so he leaves the group and goes downstairs. I think you're gonna become a virus. Such a wild sentence they say so casually. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts, so it's like, they could just get away with everything, and then Brain's over here like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a virus and overwrite the future. What does that mean? Figure it out. Just figure it out. You walking. So he has the Book of Prophecies. Okay. Wonder if there's anything written about this. Is this the reveal? Is this the reveal that he is the one with the Book of Prophecies? It must have been. They didn't mention it at any other time, did they? He then goes downstairs. He then pulls out the Book of Prophecies. Okay. About another flashback. Oh my goodness. Flashback to 4 years ago, where Ava is talking to Brain. Me? A union leader? You gotta be joking. I'm serious. I'm not cut out for leadership. What exactly factored into this decision? The Master's orders. Your master? The Master of Masters? Yes, and I'm sure you'll do fine. You say that like it's gonna be easy. It sounds like a lot of work. And who are the other 4 anyway? I can't tell you that yet. I get it. The 5 of us are supposed to convene after the war. So you can't have us meeting up and doing something unexpected before then, right? Kinda sounds like you're asking us to be pawns in someone else's game. Clever as always, Brain. Thanks, but I'm not sure if I'm interested. What if I told you the fate of this world was already decided? That'd be terrible. Why? If everything's already been decided for you, where's the fun in that? What if it wasn't decided for you, but you knew what would happen next? Is this about the Book of Prophecies? Yes. If you knew what the future held, wouldn't you know how to change it? That's true. Wait. What if you do change something? Isn't that what would be written in the book? How would that work? Kingdom Hearts 3 chess intro, maybe? Maybe. I think, there's a whole thing about the Kingdom Hearts 3 chess scene that also makes me angry, and about how it's like basically the plot of Kingdom Hearts 3 and how they're all like pawns or whatever. That's a whole other tangent. Does the book get overwritten every time something changes? We don't know what happens. Maybe. It leads to a completely new and undecided future. Is that what this is about? No, it's just something I've been thinking about. About what would happen if we altered our fate. This is for you. Just giving him the book now? I was tasked to give this book to one of you. What? Me? That's like how complicated the board looked? Yeah, I get it. The master also gave me this list with the name of the 5 union leaders. The one whose name is circled gets the book. No one else should read it under any circumstances. I put it between the pages on which your fates are written. Brain, I trust you'll understand my message when the time comes. I thought he wasn't supposed to know who the other union leaders are? Okay, let me write this down. This is a lot. Rava's talking to Brain. They talk about how... Oh my goodness, what happened? What even happened? They talk about how... Something about their futures, I guess. About how... They talk about how... I guess I should say... Brain isn't interested in being a union leader at first, but then Ava tells him that he gets to hold the Book of Prophecies. She also gives him the list of the other members and tells him that since his name is circled, he is the one that gets the Book of Prophecies. She puts the list in between the pages where their fates are decided, because that's important. Okay, Brain is interested in being a union leader at first, but then Ava tells him that he gets to hold the Book of Prophecies. She also gives him the list of the other members and tells him that since his name is circled, he's the one that gets the Book of Prophecies. Spelling this wrong this whole time. She puts the list in between the pages where the fates are decided. They talk about... What do they talk about? They talk about, fishing. They talk about fishing. Alright. Don't worry. I already got your message loud and clear. So that's the reveal. Maybe I should make that in like bold letters. That he then pulls out the Book of Prophecies. This is the reveal that Brain has the Book of Prophecies. So that I know in the presentation to make it a big deal and, you know, give it pomp and circumstance. Any ideas? Are you kidding? It's only been a few minutes. True. The others decided to stay in the control room a bit longer. This is Lauriam talking, by the way. Alright. I know it's not the best time for this, but I spoke with a friend of Sterlitzia's. Apparently, before she disappeared, she talked about the Keyblade War, as if she was sure it was coming. You mentioned before that you couldn't figure out why Sterlitzia wanted someone to join the Dandelions, when she'd been so hesitant to join herself. I think it's because she knew the Keyblade War was about to become a reality. Oh boy, give me 1 second. I will be right back. I am just going to get some water. It shouldn't take me too long. I'm not going to play any music or anything, but yeah, all this reading of voices is really doing a number on my throat. So give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. I have water. Free pat for voice acting. Oh, baby. Alright, that's better. Alright. But all the Dandelions knew about the war. They'd known for a while, even a latecomer like her. Right. She knew about it the whole time, so why would she suddenly try and get Damien to join? I see what you're getting at. Something made her absolutely sure that the war was gonna happen. I think so. Back to the present. I should write this down. Back to the present. Laurium talks with Brain about Sterlitzia. There we go. Laurium talks with Brain about Sterlitzia. He wonders why, if she knew about the war the whole time. Wonders why, if she knew about the war the whole time, she only tried to get the player to join the Dandelions at the last possible moment. Brain thinks that something happened that made her absolutely sure the war was happening. Back to the past. I won't open the book if I could absolutely avoid it. That's fine. You'll know when it's time. Back to the future. I might have an idea. What is it? Can you give me some time alone to think? Sure, let me know if you need any help. Will do. Alright, so Brain's doing a thing. Meanwhile at Fountain Square, Maleficent's back! We get to complete her arc, yes! So this is Daybreak Town. Alright, Brain says he has an idea and asks Laurium to leave for a bit so that he can think. Meanwhile, back at Fountain Square, Maleficent's back. There we go. Maleficent's back. Such a perfectly foul place that reeks of its light. You say that this world holds the key to returning to my time? Yes. And this is darkness personified. Oh, that's it. That's all we get of Maleficent. Ah, man. I was excited for a second. Back to Brain. Boy, I knew it. Chirithy. Oh my god, his Chirithy also has a fedora and a feather in its cap? And a cape? What the heck? Long time no see. Yeah, but you're always nearby, right? I guess. Oh, and his Chirithy's also like coy like him too. Oh my god. I know it's been a while, but I have a favor to ask. Seriously? Could at least try to butter me up before asking for something. Unbelievable. Okay, back to Maleficent. Okay, this game really likes to go back and forth between scenes, and it's just, okay. You know, back in Fountain Square, Maleficent's back. But before that, he then calls his Chirithy, who is also wearing a fedora with a feather in its cap, and also acts all high and mighty. You know what, back in Fountain Square, Maleficent's back. Alright, let's see. See what goes on with Maleficent. She's all angry. There's not a soul to be seen. So this is also inside the data. Wait, is she inside? Yeah, so this is also inside the data. Yes, head for that tower up ahead. Going to the tower. And I could return to my time from there. Not directly. From the tower, you could get back to the real world and find the lifeboat that's hidden in the real tower. Lifeboat? It was intended to be a way to escape from our world. It was never finished, though, so it's still incomplete. Incomplete? Of what use is it to me in such a state? It's useful to you because it's incomplete. You need to escape this time, not this world. In its incomplete state, the lifeboat can't sustain a passenger's body at the speed it moves. Which means if you board it, your body will be lost, leaving only your heart to be transported. Without your body slowing you down, you'll be able to break the time barrier at the speed of light. Only my heart? What do you propose I do without a body? I'd be no better than a ghost when I arrive. All you need is a medium to form your body, and someone with memories of you. As long as those exist in the future when you arrive, your heart will grow a new body to inhabit on its own. I don't know if they explain it more explicitly than this, but this is why Maleficent comes back as a crow in Kingdom Hearts 2, and why the three good fairies' memories of her are what bring her back. I can't wait for that to be more explicit later. Meanwhile, back in Fountain Square, Maleficent's back. She talks with Darkness about how to get her back to her own time, and Darkness explains that in the tower there is a lifeboat that can take her out from the data world into the real world. It explains that in order to get back to her time, the lifeboat can only transport her heart at the speed of light. So, let's see. It'll be, yep, we get that. Only my heart. All you need is a medium to form your body and someone with memories of you. Darkness then explains that Just came with a banger theory. Let me hear it. Can't wait to hear it. Darkness then explains that all she needs is a medium to form her body and someone with memories of her. As long as those exist in the future, when you arrive, your heart will grow a new body to inhabit it on its own. Dark Chirithy stopped being evil after the Wreck-It Ralph villain therapy. Dark Theory just became regular Chirithy. It's true. What happened? Yeah, he's sitting with Wreck-It Ralph, he's sitting with Bowser, he's sitting with Eggman. Just talking about, you're not a bad guy, you're just a bad guy. I forget the exact quote from that movie. Darkness then explains that she has some memories of her. That way, her heart can grow a new body. That's how I'll put it. That's pretty close, yeah. Mere talk won't persuade me. What'd she say? Mere talk won't persuade me. I need something more sustainable. Can you prove that there will be a body for me in the future? I can. According to the Book of Prophecies, you exist in the future. You know what's written in the Book of Prophecies? How do you know about the Book of Prophecies? Maybe not all of it. Alright, back to Ephemer. Her new body. Darkness says that it can prove that she exists in the future because it is written in the Book of Prophecies. Alright. Meanwhile, Ephemer, I'm surprised you asked me to come all this way here. Oh, it's Brain. And this is where Ava was talking to them. There's something I wanted to discuss with you privately. The surprises keep coming. This is where Master Ava told me I'd been chosen to become a union leader. Really? She brought me here too. Master Ava was an odd one out among the masters. She was so easy to talk to. Yeah, she was. Is setting up the replica body thing from Kingdom Hearts 3? No, I don't think this has anything to do with replicas. I think it's just, as long as someone has memories of you, your heart can just grow a new body, just like naturally. Not anything to do with replicas or anything like that. As far as I know, replicas are bodies, just, I don't know what they're made of, but they're not like natural bodies. They're just bodies that have been manufactured? I'm not sure. Maybe they explain it. Ephemer, there's something important I need to tell you. What is it? One of the new union leaders was chosen to receive a copy of the Book of Prophecies. The Book of Prophecies? Yeah. It was to make sure that even without the Master's guidance, we'd be able to recreate the worlds and keep gathering light. But weren't the other worlds already recreated as data? Yeah, so this is kind of insurance. Think of it like as a backup in case there's a problem with the data. Although I've yet to actually use it. What? Brain, you have the Book of Prophecies? The list. More importantly, look at this note. The names of the 5 chosen union leaders are here, with the recipient of the Book of Prophecies marked. That's right. I'm not the one who was supposed to get the book, but that's not the only thing that's off. One of the other leaders have been replaced entirely. Oh boy, okay. He was not supposed to receive the book. So, Brain calls Ephemer out to the place where Ava told them they were union leaders. he tells him that he is the one who holds the Book of Prophecies, but also the note showing the 5 new union leaders. The name Brain is not the name circled on the note, meaning that he was never supposed to have the book. Also, there is a union leader that has been replaced. Pretty sure Brain already knew he had it. Well, Ava gave him the book right away. Like the moment he became a union leader. So it's puzzling to be like, he wasn't the one who was supposed to have it, so like she knew that something would happen to the other leader? Laurium's sister, Strelitzia, was meant to become a union leader. Right, we knew that. And the one who decided to give the Book of Prophecies to me was Master Ava. But why? By changing who gets the book, she was betting on the possibility that the future it contained could be rewritten. It was Master Ava's one act of resistance against fate. At least that's how I see it. But I don't think the replacement union leader was part of Master Ava's plan. Okay, so they're unrelated. So that's why I'd like you to have a little chat with the replacement. Alright, Also, there's a union leader that's been replaced. Ava gave the book to Brain because she thought that it would be their best chance at having the future rewritten. The replacement union leader was not a part of her plan. Also, Brain then sends Ephemer out to talk with the replacement. That being who? Is that going to be revealed? It's Ventus and Skuld. Just walking along. It sure has gotten chilly. Yeah, it looks like it might even snow. I'm not good with the cold. Think it's Damien? True. It's snowing. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at the white circles fall from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen. Do you think it's snowing in the real Daybreak Town too? Maybe. By the way, where are the others? I think Brain is looking for a way back to our world, probably with Ephemer. And I guess Laurium is off in search for clues about his sister. Right. So what should we do? How about we make a snowman? It hasn't snowed that much. Yeah. It's been a while since we've let loose and had some fun. Yeah, it's so pretty and it's snowing. And there's weirdly no one here? Did they explain why absolutely no one is like out and about? Because Darkness, when they were talking to Maleficent, was like, there's not a soul here. Where are all the dandelions? Think the others are enjoying the snow too? Yeah. Snow clothes are expensive. Yeah, it's true. Aha, I finally found you. I searched the whole tower for you. This is Brain's Chirithy. Could you come with me for a bit? I'm back. Right. And it's Ventus and Skuld again. Hi, what's up? You brought them both? I didn't have much of a choice, you know. Hey, did you see it was snowing? But you didn't call us here to talk about the weather, did you? You're right, I didn't. There's something I want to ask you. Who told you that you were chosen to be a union leader? Master Ava. Yeah, same here. Brain, maybe we should talk to them separately. Huh? What? Where were you when she told you? We were right here. For me, it was near the clock tower, says Ventus. Interesting. What is this, some kind of interrogation? It's not like that, Skuld. Are we being suspected of something? Ventus, Skuld, let me explain. You see, Master Ava entrusted me with something. Is that the Book of Prophecies? That's right. And inside it, Master Ava tucked away a note listing the names of the 5 new union leaders. The name of the one originally meant to receive the book is circled. Alright, I feel like a lot happened. I never wrote anything down. Wait, I thought Ephemer... No, he didn't send Ephemer out. He just wants him to talk with him. Brain wants Ephemer to talk with the replacement. And sends his Chirithy out to get them. The Chirithy comes back with both Ventus and Skuld. Really doing the imposter arc again? I think that's what's happening. I think that's literally what's happening. The Chirithy comes back with both Ventus and Skuld. Brain asks them who told them that they were union leaders, and they both answer Ava. Brain then asks where she told them at. Skuld answers the same as everyone else, but Ventus says he was told at the clock tower. Alright, now Brain's telling him about the Book of Prophecies and the note and how he wasn't the one who was originally holding the book. Guess what, she gave me this. Master Alpha wanted to defy fate and change the future, so she gave it to me instead. But something else is off. The list of the union leaders itself. One of the names doesn't match up. Larium's sister Stelitzia was supposed to be a union leader. What? So Master Ava swapped out one of the leaders too? I don't think so. If Master Ava had planned to switch out a union leader, she wouldn't have given me this note in the first place. As for Stelitzia, it might be easy to suspect Master Ava may be involved with her disappearance, but I don't believe she is. She's not that kind of person. Maybe a replacement was chosen after Stelitzia went missing. That doesn't add up either. Stelitzia was last seen just before the start of the Keyblade War, desperately trying to get Damien to join the Dandelions. We can assume this is because she heard from Master Ava. Okay, that's a lot. I think they just replaced her when she died. I mean, that's what they're thinking. We can assume this is because she heard from Master Ava that she was chosen to be a union leader and that the war was coming. If Master Ava wanted to switch her out for someone else, even on such short notice, she would have told someone. It would make sense to tell me, at least, seeing as she trusted me with both the book and the list of names that was about to change. That makes sense. Is Laurium's name on there? Yeah, it is. We'll discuss this with him later after we know more. He has a lot on his plate right now looking into Strelitzia's disappearance. So I think the whole thing is that since Laurium is kind of mysterious and he's kind of like not with the group all the time and like, I don't know, just like always looking for his sister and like always wants to know what happened to her. I think that led people to believe that Laurium was the one that replaced Strelitzia and is the quote-unquote traitor. But this is the reveal that, no, Laurium was always meant to be a union leader. So we don't know. I suppose I should write this down. Skull says he was told at the clock tower. And that's all we know. And so far, Brain has just been telling us what we already know. Except he's revealing it to Skuld and Ventus. Why does replace someone even matter? Dude, I don't even know. Man, I don't even know. Because, well, I guess the whole thing is we're trying to find out who killed Strelitzia. Because, ideally, I think the whole thing is that whoever is the replacement of the new Union leaders is the one who killed Strelitzia. I think that's where they're going with that. War killed her? No, she was killed before the war. Because if you remember, she was like, oh no, I have to warn Damien about the war and try and get him to become a Dandelion. And then she went out looking for him. And she was like running off. She couldn't find him. And then she went into that warehouse. And then some dark being killed her. She like got wounded really badly. And she was like limping away. And then she died. So it was before the war. I remember 90% of it. I mean, that is absolutely fair. This plot likes to jump around all over the place and, like, it's so convoluted. I mean, that's why I'm trying to condense it, but it's a lot. Yeah, so Brain is revealing it to Skuld and Ventus, what we already know. So that he wasn't the one who was supposed to hold the book. I'm supposed to write this down. Brain reveals it to Skuld and Ventus that he was not the one who was supposed to hold the book, and that one of the Union leaders got replaced when Strelitzia died. Ephemer thinks it's Laurium, but his name is on the list, so it's not him. And that's all I know so far. Not him, Walmart ghost killed her? Exactly. I asked you those questions earlier to determine whether or not the replacement knew about any of this. Ephemer and I agreed that even though we know the truth, we don't want anything to change between us. That's right, and I think we got the answer we're looking for. Like Brain said, nothing changes. We're still a team. We'll keep working together to try and figure this whole thing out. So Brain and Ephemer know who the traitor is. Ventus, your name isn't on the list. So there's the reveal. It's Ventus. His name isn't on the list. Why, we don't know. Brain explains to them that Brain explains to them that even if they know who the replacement is, it doesn't change the fact that they will still all be friends. Because he's from another game. Yeah, he's literally from Birth by Sleep. He's the odd one out. Barry explains that even though, you know, the replacement doesn't change the fact that they will still all be friends. All caps. He then tells Ventus that his name is not on the list. back to Maleficent! Yeah, let's go! Let's go, Maleficent! She's in the tower basement. The defenses here are rather lacking. This place is off limits, so no one comes in here. You're certainly knowledgeable about all this. Today the finale? I hope so. I was explaining earlier that there is a whole hour-long segment that is nothing but the Candy Kingdom. And it looks like most, if not all of it, has Wreck-It Ralph and the other Disney characters, and maybe like the Candy Princess and the King of Candy and all that. So I'm kind of hoping that this hour-long segment isn't important to the plot and that it's just the plot of Wreck-It Ralph. If so, it'd be funny. If not, it'd be sad because that means I have to sit through all of it. But yeah, after that, it's like just basically just wrapping up stuff. So yeah, funny either way. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, it just determines if whether or not if I'm gonna have another stream of this. Anyway. This world, the lifeboat, the lack of defenses, just who are you? Think of me as an old friend. And why would this old friend want so badly to see me back in my own time? I need you to act as a waypoint. A waypoint? Didn't I tell you earlier? In order to travel through time, you need a medium to form a body and someone with memories of you. No one from this world has those in the future. But if we send you back, that all changes. Someone from this time could find their way to you. And into the future? That's not important. Getting back to your own time is all that matters, right? I suppose. So what he said is that because of the fact that he wants Maleficent to go back to her own time, then that could also be her acting as a waypoint for other people to travel into the future? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that why? That's not why all the villains came from the past to the future in Kingdom Hearts 3. It wasn't because of Maleficent, was it? Oh my... That'd be stupid if that was the case. Back to Maleficent. She asks why Darkness wants her to be back in her own time so bad. Darkness then explains... I have to go back to the video to see exactly what he said. Why would this old friend want to see me back in my own time? I need you to act as a waypoint. A waypoint. Didn't I tell you earlier? In order to travel through time, you need a medium to form a body and someone with memories of you. Right, we know this. No one from this world has those in the future. Okay. No one from this world has those in the future. What? Memories of you and a body? But if we send you back, that all changes. Someone from this time could find their way to you. Okay. Rokusei explains that if she is sent back to her own time, she could act as a waypoint for someone from this time to find their way to the future or to her. Who cares? Yeah. Darkness then waves this off as being not important. Because I know if I include this in the presentation, it's going to make Cole very upset. Darkness then waves this off as being not important. Because that's not important. Who cares? Into the future. That's not important. Getting back to your own time's all that matters. I suppose. This is the place. How do we get in? One sec. So, I apologize for being right back so often, but just give me 1 second. I do just want to check something real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I had 4 Discord messages down here, and I wanted to check them, but they aren't important. Okay, Rec. I see. Wait, how does she get in? This is the place. How do we get in? Oh, yeah, it just opens a portal. Okay, got it. I see. We go in the portal. Here we go. Here we go. This is the room from Kingdom Hearts 1. This is the room. Oh boy. This is the room from Kingdom Hearts 1, guys. This is it. Okay. This is being not important. They go into the room with the lifeboats, and this is the room from Kingdom Hearts 1. This is the place? Yes. Get in the pod. If you want to go now, this is your chance. Sora's room we only see in Kingdom Hearts 1. This is not Sora's room. This is, if you remember, in what was it? It was the final world in the game. It was the like Heartless world where like you go through all the worlds and it's the choir music and you're fighting all the Heartless, and it's like the last world before you fight Ansem, and then you go into this weird room with a bunch of pods and then some mysterious text about darkness. Yeah, this is that room. This is that very room. No, not just yet. I wouldn't waste my time snooping around if I were you. You see? What are you doing in here? Oh, it's Lauriam. You may want to think carefully before you answer. Oh, okay. And then we just cut back. Okay, this is the room for Kingdom Hearts 1. She is about to go in the pod, but is interrupted by Lauriam. So Ventus is the one, meanwhile, back at the main group, Ventus is the one whose name isn't on the list. What? Master Ava really did tell me I was a union leader. It's true. We believe you, Ven. So it was a part of Master Ava's plan, then? No. Unfortunately, Strelitzia is gone. And that's proof enough that it wasn't Master Ava's idea. If it was, she would have taken great care to make sure Strelitzia is safe. Not send her off to war without telling her what was happening. And Master Ava's definitely not the type of person to make someone disappear. Then who did Ven talk to? Let's think it through. Why were we chosen as dandelions? Keep light alive, right? And what else might want to come along for the ride? We must impeach Ventus. How dare him? Darkness can hide everywhere. Even inside someone. Back to Marusha! Oh boy, alright, here we go. They're doing the thing again where they jump back and forth between plot points. His name's not on the list. I'm just gonna add to the paragraph above So that it's not confusing during the presentation. Ventus is sure that he talked to Ava about being a union leader. Brain explains that the reason why the dandelions exist is to keep light alive, but darkness could also follow. And that's all we know about that. Back to Maleficent. What a surprise. So you're all trapped here as well. I don't recall you being invited. Then I best be on my way. This isn't the way out. Ha! You have no idea what this room is, do you? Nope, and I can't say I'm interested. Every cage has a door, even this cage of data. This is that door, and I'll be taking my leave through it, seeing as I'm not welcome here. Huh? I didn't know this place was so important. I figured it was just like a lab or a storeroom. You were correct. It seems a great deal of research was once conducted here, and what remains of it was left to gather dust. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be on my way. Whoop-pa-pa! So, I'm assuming Lauriam doesn't want her to leave because that's one less pod for them to escape from? Lauriam, I'm just going to add to the other paragraph. Lauriam really doesn't want her to leave. It was interrupted by Lauriam. Lauriam really doesn't want her to leave. And that's all we know of that. Me. Yeah, I get it. Meanwhile, back in the main group, Skuld says, darkness disguised itself? Darkness, what more specific? Just darkness disguised itself as Master Ava? Ventus. Did you notice anything strange when you met with Master Ava? I don't know. What did she say to you? She said she wanted me to become one of the new union leaders. Then she gave me a rulebook and told me I should go to the battleground when everything was over and the others would be waiting there. I recall you saying that when we first met. Anything else? I remember she told me to come to this old abandoned house. Wait, didn't you say you met at the tower? We met at the house first, then walked to the tower while we talked. Can you tell us more about what happened? The abandoned house is where Strelitzia died, by the way. Just thought you should know that. Okay. And he tells them more about what happened. Okay, Brain explains this room by the end of this cute light, but darkness could also follow. They ask Ventus about if anything weird happened during his talk with Ava. He says that they met at an abandoned house first, then went to the clock tower. This is what happened at the abandoned house. That day, I went to the abandoned house, like Master Ava said. Master Ava? It's me, Ventus. Master Ava? First off, already, big red flag. If you know that darkness is lurking around, I mean, I guess he would know that darkness could disguise itself as a person, but like, if an adult comes up to you and tells you to go to an abandoned house, that's a red flag. Just saying. Maybe this is the wrong place? Gasp. Who's there? It's Strelitzia, I think. He's talking with her and he has the rule book. That's what Master Ava... Back to find the engaging story yet. Hey, guess what? Master Ava told Ventus to go to the abandoned house where Strelitzia was murdered. So that's what's happening right now. That's what he's basically explaining what happened when he met with Master Ava and when she told him that he was a Union leader. It's weird that Master Ava was like, hey, come to this abandoned house with me. Smile. So she framed Ventus? I mean, we're going to find out. All we know is that he went to the abandoned house and he hears a noise and he's like, who's there? And then Strelitzia's at the door. I think... That's when Master Ava showed up, and we left the house together. So he doesn't know anything about Strelitzia, or what happened in the house, or anything like that. On the way to the tower, she told me I was one of the new Union leaders. You think that's when she came? You're not sure? I can't remember what happened before we left the house, but I think we left as soon as we got there. The person who came to the house, was it really Master Ava? Huh? Strelitzia dead on the floor. Why? Oh, Ventus is having a little bit of a panic attack here. What does this mean? Let's head back to the tower. Ventus Amnesia Arc 2, literally, is what's happening. Then went to the clock tower. He thinks that as soon as Master Ava showed up at the house was when they left and she told him he was a Union leader. He doesn't recall anything about Strelitzia being there. Meanwhile, they're heading back to the tower. Candy Kingdom! The hour-long Candy Kingdom segment. Ah. Bah. It's the plot of the movie. Alright, oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up in case this is actually just the plot of the movie. His hero medallion. Oh my goodness. Oh, and it's, Penelope. And they're doing more Wreck-It Ralph stuff. Yippee! Woo! Adventure time! Yeah! Right after one of the arguably the most important plot points in the entire game. Yay! Candy Kingdom! Right. So back to Maleficent. Yep. Okay. Cool. Meanwhile, the player screws up the second half of the plot of Wreck-It Ralph. Don't mind me not knowing how to spell wreck. Okay. Player screws up the second half of the plot of Wreck-It Ralph. When did he first... Okay, yeah, that was a while ago. Okay, yeah, wow, a lot happened since we were first introduced to Wreck-It Ralph World. No, the player screws up the second half of the plot of Wreck-It Ralph. Alright, and is this important? They fight Heartless. Come on, video. Yeah, that's my ticket. They do racing. Yippee. Doing stuff. Mini games. with the player. The player's all by themselves. I should mention that the player, now by himself, screws up the second half of the plot of Wreck-It Ralph. It's spelled wreck. He's gonna fall for it. Wow, guys, it's totally spelled R-E-C-K. That's how you spell wreck. I really don't think any of this is important. Candy King, he makes a cart for them, and they zoom off, and he's like, I'm not a bad guy, but I'm a bad guy. That's the plot of the movie. Oh, it's a Heartless. Why are you following us? Hoping I'd find out what the Darklings are after. Also, I guess it's important that at this part of the game, Kingdom Hearts 3 music is playing. So that's interesting. Yeah, here. Yeah, this is strictly Kingdom Hearts 3 music. Whereas, like, before it was, like, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts... Not Kingdom Hearts 1, just, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 around that time music. That's very interesting. And they defeat it, and it's a giant Heartless. And then what? Did they just wrap up the plot of Wreck-It Ralph? But that version of you belong... Wait, what version of me? What? So this is the real you. Oh, because she's a princess. Right. She's a princess, but in her heart she's a racer. It goes to show that sometimes people aren't what they seem. That can be said for anyone. Another version of yourself could be hiding inside your... So this is wrapping up the plot of Wreck-It Ralph, being like, here's his moral of the story. That's cool. Don't let yourself fall to darkness. Let's head back to Daybreak Town. So the whole thing about the plot of Wreck-It Ralph is that Darklings screwed it up, and... Wait. If the Darklings are looking for a Keyblade wielder, but it's not Damien or Ephemer, who could it be? Is that what they've been doing? The Darklings have been looking for a Keyblade wielder? Okay. That's fine. That's cool. Oh, meanwhile, the pods. Oh, God. Here's the second half of the plot of Wreck-It Ralph. The Darklings are looking for a Keyblade wielder, but it's not Ephemer or the player. They're looking for Ventus? Is that what's happening? Meanwhile, back at the pods, one of them's broken. Oh, and it's Lauriam. He couldn't stop her. He's lying dead on the ground. Yeah, it's just the one pod that's been destroyed. Okay. It's not Ephemer or the player. Back in the pod room, one of the pods is destroyed. Lauriam is lying on the ground, and Maleficent is nowhere to be seen. Meanwhile, he's laying in a flower field. Lauriam. I think we need to make Mr. Snakeman beat Kingdom Hearts Bejeweled levels on like the PowerPoint slides. Maybe that's what's happening while the presentation is happening, so he doesn't fall asleep at the wheel. Maybe he's playing the Bejeweled game while I'm giving the presentation. Meanwhile, it's Strelitzia. I knew you'd be here. Taking a break? Actually, I'm done collecting my Lux for the day. But it's only noon. I know, but I finished a while ago. Taking down monsters is easy. What's that look for? Oh, I didn't realize. It's just... I don't know how you do it. You're so amazing. Aw, thanks. Me, on the other hand, I spent the whole day getting chased around by them. You know your magic is stronger than mine. Stay calm and focused and you'll be done in no time. I know, but it's hard. Can't we pair up? You take the front and I'll take the back. We could, but that won't help you in the long run. Maybe when you get strong enough to protect me, then we'll pair up, and you can carry me through battle. Wow, Lauriam, you lazy son of a... That sounds impossible. Oh, I've been meaning to ask. Have you decided to join the Dandelions? I'm not sure yet. What's holding you back? Well, I like the people I'm with now. Besides... Yeah? There's someone I want to get to know. And if they're not a Dandelion, I might never get the chance. Does someone have a crush? No, it's nothing like that. Stay calm, focus, be brave. Stop it, Lauriam, it's not like that, I swear. Okay. You make everyone's lives so much brighter. People need that, they need your power. Believe in yourself. Well, I don't know about that. Wait, you're not just saying that, are you? Is this important? Not at all. In fact, you just worked that power of yours on me. Things are feeling dull, but I'm looking forward to what's in store for tomorrow. Then let's pair it. Nope. But I'll come running if you're ever in trouble. No. Huh? You told me what I need to do, so that's what I'll do. I will get stronger, and I will carry you one day. Just no. I like the sound of that. As all the rose petals flutter in the wind, we realize that this was just a dream, right? What? And she's gone. And just like that, she's gone. Strelitzia! Strelitzia! Lauriam. Girl in a hood. Strelitzia? Lauriam, Girl in a white hood. She's floating. I think she accidentally turned no clip on for a second. Yeah, he was dreaming. So he has a dream. Lauriam has a dream that him and Strelitzia are hanging out in a flower field, but then she disappears and reappears wearing a white cloak and floats in the air before he wakes up. Strelitzia. I was fighting and... Oh, he's not doing too well. Ghost behavior, yeah. Just kind of floating there, being chill, in a white cloak, no less. Yeah, Maleficent's gone. A whole room got destroyed, and one of the pods is destroyed. And he needs Strelitzia. Cool. That's cool, buddy. Oh, is this the real world? What is this world? It's the real world. Congratulations on your successful escape. So Maleficent escaped. Cool. Before he wakes up. Maleficent manages to escape to the same room in the real world with Darkness. I've returned to my own time? Yeah, good for her. Good for her. We clap for her. No, you made it to the past. You still just made it back from the real world to the data world. My patience wears thin. Tell me how to return where and when I came from. With this pod. What? Then why have you brought me here? We had to leave the data world before we could even try to travel through time. Why not do both at once? Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. The lifeboat was only made to travel to other worlds, so we're already pushing it to its limits. No matter. So long as I finally reach my destination this time. Of course. And will you be joining me? You should be able to, seeing as you have no physical form to hinder you. I'll stay here. You'll be fine on your own, and I have some unfinished business to take care of. Okay. Alright, let's escape same room with Darkness. All she needs to do to go back to her time is to go in the pod again. She asks if Darkness will come with her, but it says that it has some unfinished business in the real world. Or I suppose in this time, I should say. If Darkness come with her, but it says it has some unfinished business in this time. Literal pod racing moment. Ephemer's chilling in the main room of the tower with Skuld. Is Ven alright? He's fast asleep in his room. He seemed pretty exhausted. Oh. He had his head in his hands the whole time. The memories that came back must have been a real shock. Oh, Brain's here too. None of this is his fault, right? Can you tell us what's going on? Well, we still don't know all the facts, but going by Ven's story, we know he was there during Stelitzia's final moments. As for who's behind this whole thing... Darkness, what? Yes, Darkness could be much closer than we thought, working right under our noses. Okay, should probably write that down too. Actually, there wasn't really much to write down besides back to Ephemer. He thinks that Darkness might have something to do with Ventus being the replacement. And that's the only new thing we surmised from that cutscene. Back to Ven in his room. She has a ginormous room. Like, what the heck? He's dreaming about Strelitzia. He has to be here. This is the only place we haven't checked. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me. Oh yeah, it was the Chirithy that told her to come to the house, right? Hello, is anyone here? Hello? I guess I was wrong. Maleficent shenanigans? I'm not sure. Well, it's worth a shot. I'll head back to Fountain Square. Okay, I'll keep searching. It's Ventus coming up behind her. What? Pick that up. It's Ventus being controlled by darkness. Why? Let's go. Ventus is an important political figure. Of course, he's loaded. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Laurium. It was darkness disguising itself as Master Ava that killed Strelitzia and had him take the rulebook. Ventus killed Strelitzia! Ventus is the imposter! Ba-ba-ba-da! Ba-ba-ba-da! Alright, back to Ven being the replacement. Ventus dreams that... I guess, I mean, well, he dreams it, but I think that's the reveal, isn't it? That, on that day... Let's see. On the day Strelitzia died, Ventus was in the abandoned building being controlled by darkness. That darkness killed Strelitzia and told him to pick up the rule book she was carrying. As they are leaving, it's revealed that the darkness took the form of Master Ava. Let's see. On the day Strelitzia died, Ventus was in the abandoned building being controlled by darkness. That darkness killed Strelitzia and told him to pick up the rulebook she was carrying. As they were leaving, it is revealed that darkness took the form of Master Ava. He's waking up in his bed sobbing. Being a sad little boy. Back to the tower. So... if darkness is behind this whole thing, it must be close by. But why doesn't it try to harm us? What does it want? Do you think it's watching us? Waiting to make a move? I don't know. I'm not even sure that it is responsible for all this. But it's the only theory that makes sense. If I'm right, and it's close, it knows we're onto it. It could be putting its plan into action as we speak. So it might come for us? Yeah, like it did for Laurium's sister. Is that what happened to her? But why? I don't know why it targeted Strelitzia. I just... What did you say? Oh, hey, Laurium. I was very wounded. Laurium! Laurium, what happened? Targeted? For what? What did you mean by that? Hobbling over. What happened to her? Answer me! Stop! Whoa, Jesus. Get off me! So this is the plan. Clever. What plan? Darkness's plan. Fear, doubt, anger. It's purposely messing with our hearts and making us turn on each other. there's not that much time left in this, so I might sit this one through. I'm hoping to end at about 7:30. Hopefully, maybe that's the plan, 7:30 or 8. I want to see if I can make this the finale stream of this. So, Spirit of the Darkness took the form of Master Ava. Brain surmises that Darkness targeted Strelitzia because she was Laurium's sister, and it will cause him to break out to, I guess, lash out against his team, and, or I guess because of fear and anger. Brain surmises that Darkness targeted Strelitzia because she was Laurium's sister, and it will cause him to lash out against his team because of fear and anger. And that's Darkness' whole plan, pretty sure. Laurium, please! I don't understand. Please, just listen. Tell me what happened to my sister. Hey, Ventus. Hi, Ventus. Hi, Ventus. It's my fault. Ven, explain yourself, Ven. I'm sorry, Laurium. I'm responsible for what happened to her. Ven, that's not true. Laurium's hobbling over to him. Ven, what did you do to Strelitzia? Ven! Laurium, stop! Ven, answer me. Stop it, this isn't you! Stay out of this. And here he goes, fighting against his team. Stop this! It wasn't me. It wasn't me. What is that, a monster? Darkness is forming around Ventus. What's going on? I see. You're Darkness. Finally, it's about time. Alright, Laurium then lashes out against his team because of fear and anger. Then Ventus shows up and starts saying that it's his fault and blaming himself. Then Darkness appears around Ventus. Teenage angst moment. Literally. I have to say, I didn't expect you to look like such a cliche. So you say. But I have no form to speak of. We mostly go unnoticed, after all. What you see and hear now is for your benefit. What do you want? Want? I want nothing. I simply am. Huh? It must be hard for you to understand. We're very different. Unlike you, our actions don't serve a greater purpose or goal. Then why did you take my sister? Why Strelitzia? It was his will. I don't believe you. Ven didn't even know her. Besides, he would never wish that on anyone. You're right. They were strangers. Hard for everyone to understand. But what he wished for was power. I simply helped him fulfill that wish by making him a union leader. Ven would never want that. Wouldn't he? Even if he did, he wouldn't go so far as to take it from someone or steal their spot as leader. Power is power. How it's acquired is of no consequence. Then it could have been any of us? It didn't have to be Strelitzia? Yes. You. Laurium! I have a few questions. Go on. Why Ven? Because it was decided. What was? That he would harbor darkness. Your vessel was chosen? Yes. It was written in the Book of Prophecies, back to the dang book. You've read the book? In a manner of speaking, yes. At least the parts that matter to us. Alright, who's evil posting right now? Darkness. The personification of darkness that formed around Ven when he walked into the room. So, Ventus was basically the vessel that darkness would partake of, I guess? And now darkness is here, and I think this is all the reason why darkness is showing up in the future? So then darkness appears around Ventus. Should be Axe body spray. He's just a stinky boy. He's blame himself. Darkness appears around Ventus. Darkness explains that it used Ventus as a host to get itself to where it is now. And in order to be in a position of power, it had to kill Strelitzia. If that's what I'm assuming is correct, I am assuming that darkness wanted to, like, be inside of someone, but someone important, someone with, like, power, someone with the ability to bring darkness into the future. So it used Ventus to kill Strelitzia and be where it is now. Ventus canonically took part in a coup, basically. I think because of the fact that, I mean, I don't know, maybe they'll explain it. My theory is the reason why darkness couldn't take over anyone else is because they were being watched too closely. And Ventus is such a last-minute addition to the team that, like, no one would suspect him having anything to do with darkness? I don't know. I'm just going to keep playing it. How? We read the words as they were being written. In the book? Yes. What exactly is your relationship with the Master? We're old friends. Friends? Then you and the Master are on the same side. We have no need to side with people. Alright, next question. You've hidden from us all this time. Why show yourself now? You're wrong. We haven't been hiding. You simply never noticed us before. All that's changed is that you finally acknowledged our existence. Last question. You keep saying we, but what do you mean? Shadows outnumber light. Okay, last question. Last question. Are you the only one here right now? Yes. Good to know. Huh? Ephemer Skull, you ready? This is gonna be rough. Wappa! Fight the darkness! So, what did darkness say? Darkness plays use his power to kill Strelitzia. Or I guess, well, the reason why it chose Ventus, it's such a like bad way of giving it an excuse just to be like, no, we had to kill Ventus because it was in the Book of Prophecies. I mean, what's written in the book is what happens. I mean, I can't explain it. Which is like, that's just such an unsatisfying way to be like, oh, this is their motives. It's because I had to fulfill the prophecy. But my theory is it chose Ventus because of the reasons I said earlier. It had to use Ventus now. It had to kill Strelitzia. That's fine. It then explains that it never tried to be in hiding, just that it hasn't been noticed until now. And then that last part where he's like, all right, last question. That's just relating to the fact that now everyone then tries to fight the darkness. Rah, rah, fight the power. Oh, hey, Luxu? Time's almost up, dandelions. Assuming that's Luxu. Oh, it's the song with the crazy piano, yes! And this... and this box need to stay out of sight. Y'all forget about the box yet? Just watch with your own eyes, and my eye, of course, as things unfold between the others. Then when the time is right, go off and do your thing. What's in it? It's a secret. And well, you see, the thing is, you can never ever open it. Great, now I really want to know. Alright, there it is. Yes, that piano, yes. I'll indulge you, but the secret stays between the two of us. You have to promise never to open the box. I promise. And as the audience, we're still not allowed to know what's in the box. But why? You'll see. Can't you just tell me now? And ruin the surprise? Well, I'd hate for anything to happen to you, so I'll give you one little hint. I'm listening. When darkness strikes at dawn and the lifeboat departs, this world will have fulfilled its purpose. If that happens, you have to see it through to the end, and take a corridor to a new world as fast as you can. The world's going to end. Haven't I told you? There's no way for us to win against the darkness. That's why we needed to use the time we had to get all those Keyblade wielders ready to pass the torch to the next generation. This world exists to nurture the dandelions, our little seeds of light, so that they could be sown into the future, where they can stop the darkness. Then the sun will finally set on this duskless dawn. My God, I immediately forgot how much I hated the conversations between the Master of Masters and Luxu. Are we gonna kamikaze the darkness? I think that's what's happening. And our plan will have succeeded at last. Darkness and light are fighting, and the darkness is winning. Oh my goodness, it's such an anime battle. It's over. Only Ephemer's left standing. Alright, what did we learn from that? Cut to a scene with the Master of Masters and Luxu when Luxu received the box. The Master of Masters explains that when the lifeboat departs, Luxu must take a corridor of darkness to the new world and watch over the new generation. So what's basically happening? Oh my goodness. Light should have counterpick better. Yeah, no joke. No joke there. Take quarter darkness to the new world and watch over the new generation. What else was mentioned? Just that the world they are currently in serves to nurture these Keyblade wielders so that far in the future they will be able to defeat the darkness once and for all. Once the world is destroyed, it will have served its purpose. I'm guessing that's what happened. Alright, let's keep going to the actual part I can understand of this game. Yeah. I can't take you down alone. I'm not even sure I can wear you down. Fair point. Shall we call it done then? Oh, so you surrender? Heh 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 heh. You claimed you aren't after anything, but I'm not buying it. What? You seem pretty desperate to get in our way, showing up like this. I don't know if it's pride or fear, but there's a reason you're still here. ... Infection. Meaning? Data transfer requires a signal. The same goes for the hearts and minds of you humans. You underestimate how easily the darkness rides on those signals and spreads through this place. Pack up bars. Yo, let's go. Is that why you wormed your way into the data world? But then why hide inside Ven? I told you, because it was decided by the goddamn Book of Prophecies. That's enough. Skuld, you're alright. You're saying because it was written in the Book of Prophecies, it was meant to be? Well, I don't care. You hijacked Ven and attacked Laurium's sister, and now you're gonna pay for it. Ven and Laurium are still lying there. That's right. We are many, and we are one. But to be one requires will. Through him, we could divide into pure darkness and light. Willful and distinct. It was a sacrifice that needed to be made. So Ven didn't attack Strelitzia, you did, is that right? Says Laurium. Yes, Laurium's now finally... Yeah, this music makes anything hype. I mean, yeah, this music's good. Kingdom Hearts music's always good. One more ally will make no difference. Then how about two? Huh? It's the player! Damien! It's useless. Even if you do manage to defeat us, you'll still lose. I don't think so. We're taking you down and going to the real world. And how do you plan on doing that? With the lifeboat? Yeah, just like the evil fairy, right? You know nothing. How do you figure? If you return, Daybreak Town will still succumb to darkness. What have you done to the real world? Nothing. It was decided long ago. When the lifeboat is activated, this world falls to darkness. It's already in motion, the beginning of the end. But why? What boat? The lifeboat that was used to bring Maleficent back to the real world and to her time, basically, is what the rest of these kids want to do. The lifeboat is the last line of defense to be relied upon in the event we cannot be defeated. Its use initiates the process to seal this world and us along with it. Was it a pod? They call it a lifeboat, but it's a pod. It's the same thing. The evil fairy's departure was the trigger. It cannot be stopped. So wait, what was the trigger? Its use initiates the process to seal this world along with it. The evil fairy's departure was the trigger. It cannot be stopped. So this world's fall to darkness starts when the first lifeboat leaves, and the first lifeboat was Maleficent. So Maleficent just showing up in this world uselessly, being like, "Bah, I want to get back to my world," started the process of darkness taking over early. So darkness wanted Maleficent to use the pod because they knew that it would start the demise of this world, which is what darkness wanted. I'm gonna write this down. Once the world is destroyed, it will serve its purpose. Back to the Union leaders. After a fierce battle against darkness, it explains that Maleficent departing from this world using the lifeboat started the destruction of Daybreak Town. What a girl boss, exactly. Explains that Maleficent departing from this world using the lifeboat started the destruction of Daybreak Town. So that means that they're going to have to hurry if they want to get out of here, really. And that's all we know. They're still fighting darkness. Evil Fairy's departure is the trigger, can't be stopped. But that means... yeah, what does it mean? We're just a bunch of pawns? No, I don't believe it. Master Ava is the one who brought us together. Talking to everyone. I don't know about the other masters, but I know for sure that Master Ava wouldn't just throw us away like that. Besides, it doesn't matter what the masters may have planned for us. Yeah? We believe in our leader, our friends. Let's do this, as they fight darkness one more time, but in vain. But now it's the player. Oh my god, that was a very... okay. Is this... oh. Is this, like, art of this channel? It showed, like, a Nintendo Switch logo. It showed, like, someone else. Is this, like, their way of, like, crediting other people for this? I don't fully get it. Nomura respect women juice? What? Excuse me? Yeah, these are 100% like profile pictures. What is happening? Okay, sure. There's what's his face down there, Yozora as well. Damien had Nintendo Switch powers. Yo, let's go. Yeah, this is just art of like profile pictures of like YouTube channels, I think. That's very weird. But I mean, cool, I guess. I'm sure they also have like credits at the end too, I'm assuming. Well, alright then. They're continuing to fight darkness. Pa, 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 pa. Stepping up against Nomura, Sexism gave Damien a power boost. Yo, let's go! And they fought darkness. Did we win? It's Ventus. He was still behind there. I am formless. You cannot destroy me. Darklings! So the Darklings came from just the darkness directly? I guess. The Darklings. They're after Ven? But why? Yeah? Whoa. Ventus has, like, light powers or something. Alright, before we continue, explains the ballistic departing for this will you leave this direction to Daybreak Town. Oh yeah, I should probably also mention that they're called Darklings. It's Kingdom Hearts, man. It's hard to tell at this point. Explains that the departing for this world is life started destruction to Daybreak Town. Then the player shows up. I forgot to write that down. The player shows up, and they have an epic anime battle against the darkness. However, the darkness is formless and cannot be defeated. Then a bunch of the Darklings show up and surround Ventus. They have been after Ventus this whole time. Then Ventus uses some kind of light power to destroy them immediately. It implies the existence of lightlings. Damn. Ventus, he's all glowy. Yeah? If you're pure darkness, then that makes me pure light. Okay. If you use me to reshape yourself, then I can reshape you again. Re-yeeting him into the PSP. We might be getting into that. We might be getting there eventually. Let me just destroy them immediately. Ventus explains that since the darkness formed from Ventus and is now separated, that means that Ventus is pure light. And I think they go into that too in Birth by Sleep. I just haven't got to that point in the game myself. I'll give you a new form that we could defeat. Ventus, Laurium. I can't lose you too. Everything's gonna be alright. Ventus! Alright, cut away from that for a bit. Meanwhile, this is the dark... Okay, so that darkness formed from Ventus. This, now cutting back to the pod room, is darkness that came with Maleficent. Now to check on the data. Aren't you supposed to be a part of the whole? What? It's Luxu! Luxu's back, guys. Ventus explains this is the darkest form of... yeah, okay. The way I wrote that confused me. Is pure light. Ventus then says that he is able to give darkness a form that they can defeat. Meanwhile, back in the real world, in the room with pods, darkness meets up with Luxu. Luxu the Dragon Mum from Mulan, there he is. It's walking. And he has a body. Is that a replica body? Or are you acting on your own right now? Is that it? Who are you? There shouldn't be any Keyblade Masters left in this world. I stayed. Luxu. Figures you wouldn't know what's going on, seeing you didn't take a very good look at the book. Why are you here? You're only meant to observe. I'm here because your friend, Master of Masters, told me to be. Said I could watch what happens, but not to act. Look, but don't touch. He always said the strangest things. But I've thought about it for a long time, and I think I know what he meant now. If you use that, your plan is as good as ruined. Oh, he opened up the pod. It's not for me. What is that? The body. A seed of light to be planted in the future. The true dandelion, okay. Okay, buddy. So he puts a body in the pod, and it's the true dandelion. Okay, The darkness meets up with Luxu, who is carrying an unknown body. Luxu explains that this is the true dandelion that is the seed of light, which I hate writing it, but that's how they explained it. What is that? The body. Meanwhile, Ephemer, Skuld, and the player are outside of a room. I hope everything's okay. I'm sure it is. Lauriam knows it wasn't Ven's fault, right? Should we check on them? No, Lauriam said everything was fine. Alright. Do you really think the world is going to end? I'm not sure. There's a lot we don't know. About this world, the Keyblade Masters, darkness. Yeah. But think back to what Master Ava taught us. That when this world is shrouded in darkness, it'll just go to sleep. I remember that. It's not much, I know, but it's enough to keep me from giving up hope. I played a part bringing the Dandelions together, so I have a responsibility to save everyone. And I'm gonna try my best to do that. Yeah, we haven't forgot about literally every single other person that was Dandelions, right? It's not your responsibility alone. Whatever you do decide to do, you have our support. I want you to know that, because we're friends. Thanks for always being there, Skuld. Oh, hi there. Hello. Hello there. Oh, we don't get to know who they met yet. Lauriam and Ventus, I'm sorry. I know it wasn't your fault. I just needed someone to blame. Darkness is so abstract. My anger needed a simple, tangible form. Selfish of me, I know, but some emotions are too much to bear. Other dandelions? Who dat? Literally the residents of Daybreak Town. It's not just these 6 or 7 or whoever it is. He's like blaming himself for lashing out against Ventus. Hatred, anger, and sadness, that's exactly what they want. You have to let it go. The car accident wasn't your fault. You have to let it go. Strelitzia. Knock, knock, knock. Lauriam, someone's here to see you, says Ephemer. Ooh, weren't the dandelions secret? So the idea is the dandelions went off to form a new world with the Union leaders, and this is the world that we're in. We've just been focusing so hard on the Union leaders that we've kind of forgotten about literally everyone else. Oh, it's Elrena. What are you doing here? Well, I thought you should know. It's about Strelitzia. Chirithy claims to have seen her. Whoa, what? Alright, a lot happened. I should probably write this down. I've been so busy just watching this, and I need to, like, actually write stuff down. Yeah, this is the epilogue. This is, like, the end of the game, basically. True Dandelion, Sea of Light. The team is hanging out in front of Ventus's room, hoping that he's all right. Larium is blaming himself for lashing out against Ventus. Meanwhile, Elrena knocks on the door and claims to have seen Strelitzia. Yeah, thank God. We're nearing the end. You saw my sister? Where? Maybe it wasn't her, but a few days ago. Yeah? Taking a nap on the roof? I spotted someone who looked an awful lot like her headed towards town from the hill. She wasn't alone. She was with someone in a black coat. So is that the body? There's a claim to see Strelitzia. She thinks that the body that would be placed in the pod might be Strelitzia. Because I should probably write this down too. Because when she saw her, she was walking with Lushu and was wearing a white cloak. Should probably also mention too, who is carrying an unknown body in a white cloak. All right. But how? We can't be sure of anything yet, but it's definitely an interesting piece of information. A black coat could only mean one of the Keyblade Masters. Most likely. Both the Masters and Lushu fit the description. But the Master shouldn't be here, even if this were the real world. Wait a minute, maybe... What is it? Do you remember why this data world was created? As a backup of the real one? Right, to save the world as it was before the Keyblade War. That means Strelitzia's data must be stored here too. Really? I thought this place was just a copy of the world, not its people. Besides, if everyone's data was brought over, shouldn't there be versions of us here too? Yep. Isn't that the whole Switch Pride thing? Our data should be here as well. Because the whole point is that you're fighting data. Could it still be locked up, just hasn't touched yet? Think about it. Elrena saw a glitched version of Strelitzia. If what Chirithy says is true, maybe her data is here and someone managed to access it. I don't understand. Why Strelitzia? And if her data does exist, does that mean we could bring her back? I don't know. Same, literally. Who would do something like that? As far as we know, all the Masters are gone. We'll probably have more luck finding answers in the real world. About that, if what Darkness said was true, we should be able to use the lifeboat in the basement to get back. But if that's somehow linked to the end of this world, we don't have time to think about that now. Come on, let's go to the basement. To the basement. Basement moment. Would you mind carrying Ven? Not at all, because he's still knocked out. Brain's thinking about bringing the Book of Prophecies, I think. Okay. Wearing a white cloak. So why does that determine them to go to the real world? If the whole thing is that the data world was created because it was made to make a copy of not only the world but its people, then shouldn't they want to stay in the data world because that's where Strelitzia is? Because there's like a data version of her? Ask Nomura. Yeah, I'll just get him on the horn. I'll just write, they then make a plan to go to the basement and to the room with the pods and try and get back to the real world. And if Cole asks me why, I'll just say, I don't know, ask Nomura. Meanwhile, with Luxu and Darkness, I don't know who you sent, but there are 5 left. Who will they go to? You didn't read that part of the book. It wasn't of any interest to me. So what is then? Expansion. I don't get you. Nor we you. You spent time grooming these wielders only to trap and leave them behind in the data world. Why? Approaching the 3-hour mark, I know. I'm just pushing it through to the end because we only have like 10 minutes left of this video. Who knows? Who knows what the Master's thinking? And yet you follow him? Why not? I may not know the reasoning behind everything he does, but I can guess. But you're not certain? No. But I am sure of one thing. He's not a fan of darkness. I see. That we understand. We're not fond of light either. So what's your brilliant plan? To spread throughout the data world using its signals. To accompany the Chosen One into the future so that I can lay claim to worlds not yet created. Right, expansion. So no matter what world or time I end up in, you'll be there too, huh? I don't think so. Oh? I thought you were told not to interfere. Yeah, to help the dandelions. But I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. I am formless. You cannot destroy me. I know. Then why waste the effort? The longer you exist without a tangible form, the more your will fades. Darkness had form when the Masters was a boy, right? You abandoned it to defeat light. That's when darkness became a whole. Oh god, okay, this is probably really important. Back to Luxu and Darkness. Darkness explains its plan to infect all worlds, even worlds that haven't yet been created. That's why it lingers and sticks around. He was a boy. Is the Master's a girl now? Yo, trans icon. Let's go. Now they explained earlier that the Masters fought in a Keyblade War when he was young, but they don't really expound on that. So it's not really that important. Even worlds that haven't yet been created, that's why it lingers and sticks around. Yes, a different Keyblade War, but like he only mentions it as part of some monologue and then just dismisses it. So, oh boy. Right, what did he say here? I don't think so. Don't interfere. Why waste the effort? The longer you exist without a tangible form, the more your will fades. Darkness had form. Right, darkness had form when the Master of Masters was a boy. You abandoned it to defeat light. That's when darkness became whole. Right. Back when the Master of Masters was a boy, darkness had a form, and when that Keyblade War occurred, the darkness abandoned that form to defeat light. He's 1,000 years old or regular year old? Man, as far as I know, Master of Masters is just a floating cloak with no form. Like, I don't even know. It's fine. Back when Master of Masters was a boy, darkness had form. When that Keyblade War occurred, the darkness expanded form to defeat light, and that's all we know. That's when darkness became a whole. That's when darkness became whole. Oh man, I'm so exhausted. But then you realized that you couldn't maintain your will as one or as a whole, which is why you still need a physical form. You call it infection and expansion, but you're just stealing the bodies of those with hearts. You act like it's this grandiose plan when it's actually kind of sad and pathetic. Silence. You never even figured out his real plan, did you? What? Let me ask you this. Besides you, there are 5 other shadows with individual will. I know at least one is in this data world, so where are the other 4? You're well informed. Yes, 6 of us remained after the war, after which we found ourselves in the data world. But you returned to the real world with the evil fairy, meaning the rest are still there. Yes. Then you're the only one in my way, as you are in mine. So there are 5 other versions of darkness that are in the data world. I'm getting dizzy. So darkness became whole. Darkness explains that it has 6 forms. One was inside Ventus. One traveled to the real world with Maleficent, which means the other 4 are also in the data world. Back to the data world. We're in the room with the pods, and one of them's been destroyed because that's the one that Maleficent used. I count 6. The evil fairy took the 7th. But there are 7 of us. So we're short 1. 2. This one's broken. So we're down to 5. What should we do? Oh, so Maleficent took 1. Oh, that one. It's that one right there in the far corner is the one that she took. Another one is destroyed. Back to the data world, they find that Maleficent took one of the pods and another pod is destroyed. That means there are only 5 pods left. I should probably write down the people that are here too. Back to the data world. Let's see, who's all here? Let me find out real quick. Ephemer, Skuld, Larium, Ventus. Ephemer, Skuld, Larium, Ventus. Yeah, Brain's not here either. I guess. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 being Brain, I guess, yeah. Ephemer, Scold, Lauren Ventus, Brain, Elrena, and the player. Find that Maleficent took one of the pods and another's destroyed. That means there are only 5 pods left and 7 people. Alright. Leave Damien to die, I suppose, yeah. Alright. Actually, let's leave Skull, Brain, and Ephemer. Yeah, fair. I mean, Skull... Oh, shoot. Skull didn't really amount to much in the story. She was just kind of there. Brain is kind of a snarky, you know, like, high and mighty, you know, whatever. And Ephemer's a cool dude. Exactly. We leave Ephemer to die because he's a cool dude. Oh, that's the real world. Oh, it's all destroyed and glitchy. What? We're running out of time. We need to decide who goes. But we're not the only dandelions. Yeah, what about the rest of the wielders? Yeah, what about them? They'll go to sleep. Just like a computer in sleep mode. Sleep? Master Ava taught us that, remember? When all is shrouded in darkness, the world will fall into slumber. Right. So that explains why we don't need to care about the rest of the Keyblade wielders. There's only 5 pods left and 7 people. Brain explains that all the other Keyblade wielders will go to sleep when the data world is destroyed. That's kind of screwed, though. Because it's like, they'll just go to sleep and they'll never wake up and then we just forget about them? That's just like, okay, so we're just leaving them to die. I would believe Keyblade would be like, oh, me. Literally. Yeah, okay. The Master of Masters knew this would happen and created a backup of the world. A place to shelter and keep us safe. That's where we are. And if something causes this world to freeze, it can be rebooted and restored. The end of this world is nothing like the end of the real one. Like I said, sleep mode. So it's not this world we need to be worried about. Even if we use the lifeboat to get back, we'll have to use it again to go wherever it is that we need to go after. I don't think they ever woke up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll wake up in Kingdom Hearts 4. Ooh. Destroyed. The data world can be rebooted later. Sure. The data world can be rebooted later, and that, yeah. And who knows where that'll be. I mean, leave Ventus sleep wouldn't be the last time for him, yeah, and it wouldn't be the first time either. Is escape really the right answer? Whether we stay or go, it's a gamble. Right, but if no one goes back, then no one will know what happened here. There'll be no rescuing anyone left behind. The people have to leave this world in order to spread the truth about this data world. And we can't let that happen. We Keyblade wielders need to live on. Ephemer and I should split up. Agreed. Brain, you should go back. Having you in the real world will give us the best chance to save the people here. Got it. Chronologically, it would be... I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I'm not a union leader or anything, so... Says Elrena. Listen, the only way to make it out of this is to go back. We're the ones responsible for this whole situation in the first place. So you, Ven, and Damien should go. You meaning Elrena? Brain, Damien, Elrena, and Ven each take one. Skuld, one of you should take... Skuld, Laurium, one of you should take the last, and then Skuld's like, Laurium, it's yours. Brain got pig shaking my head, yeah, literally. If there's a chance you'll get your sister back, then you'll need to be there for her. Besides, you'll have a better chance of finding answers over there. You should take it. I don't deserve a spot. Yes, you do. You gave me hope for the first time since Derlitzia went missing. Help me find her, please. There's only one way out of here, and the seating's limited, for now. When I get back, I promise I'll find a way to save everyone here. Thanks. Alright, we don't have much time. Who's going? I'll stay, says the player. I'm not even a dandelion. I'm just here as your friend. So if you're staying, so am I. Damien. Besides, I don't want to have to wait around for you again. I'm not leaving you two here. Well, why don't we save one for later? I might be able to find a way to rescue all three of you at once. You already have something in mind, don't you? Oh no, go back to being silent protagonist. Sure do. Then it's settled. Laurium, can you look after Ven? Hop in, Elrena. Brain, take care of everyone. Will do. Here, take it. It's his Keyblade. Also, it's Luke Skywalker's Keyblade. Why am I blanking on his name? Xehanort's apprentice, the one who got killed by Terra. What's his name? Why am I forgetting? Literally drawing a blank. He had some dumb name. All I'm thinking of is Ephemer. It's not Ephemer. Wait, was the Union Kingdom Hearts 3 cutscenes them waking up? Maybe? I'm not 100% sure what you were referring to. But it could be? I don't know. A lot happened. Brain explains that all the other Keyblade wielders will go to sleep when the data world is destroyed. The data world can be rebooted later. They determine... Ephemer's dumb, I agree. True. They determine that Laurium needs to go to find his sister. Elrena goes to help him look. And Brain goes to try and help everyone else. Brain... Cutscene in the graveyard near the end with the player names. Oh, right. Yeah. No, I don't think that was them waking up. All I know about that is... Oh, man, I don't even know how that connects. Because yeah, you're right. Like, because in that cutscene, Ephemer shows up and he's like, you want some help? And Sora goes surfing on the wave of Keyblades, and then you mash triangle, and it's a bunch of player names. And they're all players in Union Cross. I don't think that was them waking up necessarily. I think it was just an acknowledgement of the Daybreak Town, but like they don't really expand on that. So I don't fully know what the connection is there. Brain gives Ephemer his Keyblade, which is the same Keyblade as... what's his name? What's his name? Why am I blanking on this? We literally just played. Well, no, we didn't play through Birth by Sleep on Saturday. We played through Mario Party. God, what's his name? Why am I blanking? Apprentice to Xehanort, Luke Skywalker in Birth by Sleep, who got killed by Terra. Ericus, thank you. I don't know why I was in my brain. I was thinking like the name Ephemer just kept popping up like over and over. Like his name's Ephemer, but it's not. It's Ericus. It's similar yet equally as dumb name. Same Keyblade as Ericus. I don't know how to spell it, but that's okay. Ericus Ephemer's Keyblade, same Keyblade as Ericus. Could be Ephemer, could be. Oh my goodness. But this is yours. It was meant for you. This too. And he also gives him the Book of Prophecies. I didn't end up using it. But if you're ever lost, don't hesitate to have a look. It'll help you when you need it most. I'll hold on to these for now. But as far as I'm concerned, they still belong to you. Master Ava entrusted them to you for a reason. Till 3-hour mark? Yeah, I think we're well past the 3-hour mark at this point. He also gives him the Book of Prophecies. Master Ava told me you've been wanting to read the book for a long time. Besides, I'm pretty sure she gave these to me knowing I would do just this. May your heart be your guiding key, Ephemer. May your heart be your guiding key. Thanks. I'll be back for you guys. This plot was good. This could have been a good sad goodbye scene. I think that's what they're trying to do here. But, like, I have absolutely no connection to any of these characters, and I don't know. I just view this as like a outsider, just like looking at this analytically with like no care for these characters whatsoever. Maybe I'd have more care if I was the one actually playing this game. But as far as I know, the only way you'd play this game is you as the player, separate from all the Union leaders, doing your own missions and going to Disney Worlds. So I feel like there wouldn't be even any catharsis there either. I don't know. I don't know what could have saved this. Damien, are you sure about this? Yep. I'm right where I want to be. See me with the PowerPoint and Pat. No, I have a plan. I have a plan for how I'm gonna do that. I don't want to reveal it yet, but I have a plan. So Brain, Ventus, Larium, and you know, what's her face, Elrena are in the pods. I should probably also write down that Ventus is in there as well. 507 people. Larium needs to go to find a sister. Elrena needs to help him look. Ventus is in a pod as well, and Brain goes to try and help everyone else. So yeah, Brain's in the pod as well. I think the music's doing a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is, like, also the same Kingdom Hearts music that we've been hearing to, like, represent emotional moments or whatever. But, I mean, yeah, it works. Oh, No, I don't want another flashback, please. I've had enough of this story as it is. 5 years ago. What happened 5 years ago that's so important that we need to know now? Is this a Dream Drop Distance song? What do you plan to do with what? What do you plan to do with this world? Oh my god, When twilight ends, a new day begins. What is this, Twilight Princess? See, this world exists in 3 stages. Yeah, tell me. First, countless Keyblade wielders are brought together. Then, as they fight through fear and see their leaders fall, their numbers dwindle, while others learn to stand on their own. Hashtag free Wiljo, hashtag free Pat, hashtag free everyone. Finally, Those left must decide what to do when faced with darkness in a sealed-off world. And when all 7 of the lifeboat's pods depart, this world will end and a new day will dawn. So you came to this world just to end it. Well, that wasn't my express purpose. You have the Book of Prophecies, and therefore knowledge of all things. Strange that you would knowingly waste your time and efforts. Whoa, you think the book tells us everything? Yeah, right. Who's talking? Luxu, I'm pretty sure. Luxu and Darkness are talking to each other. No way I'd let you have a peek at something that important. No, the book doesn't cover much at all. Just what the Keyblade I gave to Luxu see. Oh, never mind. This is the Master of Masters and Darkness talking. And even then, only the bits important enough to jot down. But to be honest, it doesn't matter what the book does or doesn't contain. What matters is the point at which it was written, and how to get there. No, this is happening, you know, they're face to face. This is Darkness and the Master of Masters talking to each other face to face. What do you mean? Anyone who tries to travel through time on the lifeboat will lose their body. To become whole again, they'll require 2 things at their destination. A medium to rebuild their body, and someone with memories of them. Yeah, we'll get to the Luxu reveal later. I think they reveal who Luxu is in this game. I think. The book contains a waypoint. All this was for a waypoint? Sure was. Luxu has the memories. Okay, hold on. 5 years ago, the Master of Masters and Darkness are talking to each other. Also, they lost their memory. No one's saving them sleepers. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Master and Master Darkness are talking to each other. The Master says that the world exists in 3 stages. One where all the Keyblade wielders fight or are brought together. One where they all fight each other, and one where they fight darkness is what I'm taking from that, I guess. He also explains that the world will be truly over once the last lifeboat departs. Like that hit Pokemon video game. Yeah, it's true. He even said no to a pod for no reason. Yeah, we could have had a Kingdom Hearts game with Damien. Man. Will be true when the last lifeboat departs. Okay, I need to step back for a second here. Because he's talking about how they're going to travel through time. All the team is going... I'm just referring to the team as, you know, Ventus, Larium, Elrena, all those people. The team is going to travel through time to try and find their place in the world. I don't fully know why they don't just, like, stay behind. They really don't have any reason besides just escaping. Actually, it's good he didn't take the pod. Yeah. The team is going to travel through time to try and find their place in the world. And in order to do that, the Master of Masters explains again that they need a medium for their body and someone with memories of them. Alright. Tell me your BS. Give it to me straight. The book contains a waypoint. All this is for a waypoint? Like, okay. I guess, is the team trying to go to the waypoint that the book is describing? On a scale of 1 to 100 of burnout, I'm just like, there's only like 3 minutes left. I just want to get through it. Sure was. Alright, tell me. Lushu has the memories, and my eye is the medium. I've got a direct line from A to B. You use the book and your apprentice to travel into the future. I mean, that's not my final goal, but it's an important step. One that I won't be taking alone. The 7 pods and the 7 crowns. For the 7 lights. Including your apprentice? Who knows? Who knows? Anyone could wind up using them. You're even more clever than I thought. I could say the same about you. What are you all up to anyway? What indeed? In any case, I'm tired of watching you duke it out, although I did see something interesting in the future. What might that be? A world I can't even conceive. Ew. Are you talking about Squareland, whatever? What happened to Ava? Ava's long gone. No, Ava's long gone. She was gone when the war ended. Don't worry about her. So have I not even been watching the right video? Because it says the final Union Cross update will arrive in late May, early June. Then in mid-June, the game will go offline forever. I'll upload the final version of this video as soon as those scenes are available. So that's not even everything? So what?
Throughout the entire...
Okay, cool, thanks. So what happens in the end? Okay, the final chapter. Oh god, it's another 30 minutes. Alright, there's gonna be one more stream. I can't bear to sit through this any longer today. There's going to be one more stream. That's gonna be the final chapter. And it's a 30-minute long video. Okay, what happened? Ian's going to travel through time to try and find the place where the Master explains again that they need to be in for the body, some with memories of them. He says that Lushu is the memories, and that the Master of Masters' eye is the medium. We try to end it now, but alas, yeah, it was the end of that video, but apparently the video didn't contain the final chapter, so, next stream, we're gonna be doing that. My goodness, I tried to see if I could brute force it today, and we did through this video, but, just let it be over. Just let it be over! Okay, team's gonna travel time, Master eyes, the medium. The Master of Masters wants to travel to the future. He wants to travel to the future, but that's not his ultimate end goal. Alright. Good stream. Good, good stream, everyone. I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Maybe by Thursday we'll finish it. I don't know. Anything can happen at this point. Wait, is it Thursday now? I don't even know. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.